Hey everybody, Joy here. It is Tuesday, December 6th, 2022, and we're going to start today in the laundry room. Oh yeah. Number one, I have the clothes that I brought in from the dirty clothes from the RV. Number two, I have the blanket and the rags that I used when I spilled a cup of coffee at my Joy couch today. Doesn't it just irritate you to no end when you do that? Thank goodness it was only about a fourth full, my cup of coffee with creamer in it. And I had put my cell phone down on the glass on top of the coffee table, and so it's where I always put my coffee. I mean, I do it without even looking, but I forgot my cell phone was there, and so it was tilted and the coffee just came right forward. Oh, the carpet. My favorite Afghan, my daughter Tammy made me, that I use every single day. In fact, I just washed it. Let's see if it shrunk. Oh my gosh, it shrunk big time. This was, way bigger than this. I'll bet you it can pull out though. I don't know if I should put it in the dryer. You people that actually know about knitting, this is knitted. My daughter's a knitter. I crochet. I quit. I was doing that because my daughter and my granddaughter-in-law have knitting stores, but they really don't have time for me. They're not interested in, I thought that they would be excited that, hey, my mom and my grandma are buying yarn from me and she's learning how to do this and that. No. It was all I could do to get them to even respond to me, especially my granddaughter-in-law. So I started buying yarn from somebody else, and whoever it was, she was really good. My daughter said, "Is she the girl that talks like Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse?" Oh, I can't think of the name of her business, but I bought quite a bit of yarn from her, so it may end up in a giveaway. So this is my quilt I use every day. I think I'm not going to put it, I'm going to go lay it out on the living room carpet and spread it out nice and flat. So that's how my day started. Spilled coffee. And go and grab the towels and grab the rags and take the glass off the tabletop, because when you spill a drink, we always have a glass company come out and measure our coffee tables and our nightstands and cut glass to fit the top of it so we don't ruin the wood. And so this one has this big piece of glass the size of the coffee table, of course. And whenever you spill something, somehow it goes under the glass. So I had to move that. Oh, anyway, who cares? So, came home. We've been gone. We left on a Sunday. I got back the following week later, Monday, which was yesterday. So I had all these boxes outside. One of the boxes has the new mini blinds for my upstairs sewing room. The upstairs sewing room blinds, the strings broke and they started to fall. And Jerry was going to try to fix it, and I said, "Honey, those have been up there for 25 years. Let's just order a new set." So, a new mini blinds are here, but I can't put them up. Of course, I have Jerry here. So I'm starting out in the laundry room for those two reasons. Plus, I had fabric. So I was going to show you my new fabric really fast. Somebody asked me this morning in the comments, where do you buy your knits? Most of my knits I buy from fabricmartfabrics.com. But they don't have a lot of cotton knit. Most of their knits are polyester or rayon, and so that the kind of slippery ones, But I've learned to sew them and handle them. Somebody said they couldn't get a seam right in their knit. I have shown you guys over and over how I always fold my hem up, play like this is my garment. I fold my hem up, I press it. I've got steam a seam too, light. It comes in 1/4 inch strips on a roll. It comes in 1/2 inch strips on a roll. Lots of my videos show me doing that. I put it down on the edge of the fabric, then I fold the hem up, then I press it. So the hem is done, the hem is in. I'm sure this has it. See here? This has steam a seam under it, because if it didn't, when I sewed the hem in, it would have rippled and buckled and been a royal pain. But if you will first what you're doing is you're gluing it. You're gluing it down. You can sew right through it. It doesn't gum up your needle. If it does, it's just a tiny bit and you can just pull it off like a piece of lint. But the steam machine, this is a cuff here, so that doesn't have to be hemmed. But knits and hems, buy yourself a bunch of packages of steam machine because it will change your life. I don't know if I'm leaning, but my tripod's like this. Okay, fabrics. A couple weeks ago on Peggy's Every Other Tuesday Night at 8 o'clock video, she was showing fabrics and she was selling her fabrics. And she was just, a lot of places are doing that now. Edited Sitar does that. The Quilt Lady in Kingfisher does that, and they spend the whole hour selling their stuff. And I like that because Peggy would hold the fabric out. You know, when you see a little square of this, it's completely different than seeing somebody hold it out and drape it and show what it looks like. And of course, you know I love turquoise. Now her fabrics were expensive. They were from $30 to $100 a yard. And so I don't usually buy fabrics like that. But I thought, you know, I want to support her. I've watched her videos for years and years and years and years. I've learned so much from her. And so I thought I'll just buy a couple nice pieces of fabric. So I bought this. So I liked this when I actually saw the little picture of it. But when she held it up and showed it, I went, oh, I just love that. So then she showed it with yoga pants that she had made out of this fabric. This is a cotton knit. Somebody asked me about knits. I think this was $30 a yard. It is beautiful, maybe 20. It's not white, it's a cream. And so she showed it with pants, and then this on the top. Oh, where is my helper person? Well, nowhere since I don't have one. And I have no mirror. This is my laundry room, you know. So, use your imagination. Like when you're a little kid and you go to school, use your imagination. So this is fancy fabric, expensive fabric, quality fabric. Now this other stuff is cheap stuff. This is the place that I buy most of my knits from. I've made myself stop because my sewing room upstairs, my fabric store upstairs, it is just really crying for more room, and I'm not going to make any more room. So I've got some fabrics I'm going to get rid of, give them to Goodwill, or see if my friend down the street wants them for her little granddaughter. It's stuff to make yoga pants out of, or tights out of, and it's real stretchy, but it's shiny. And I made myself a couple pair, and I never wear them. I think I gave them away already to Goodwill. Way too shiny for a granny, especially one with a belly. So I'm going to give those away, and that'll give me a whole extra shelf, an extra cubicle up there in my sewing room. So this is pink. This is all. This cardboard box is all fabricmartfabrics.com, and they were either 60% off or 65% off. You always have to pay $9.99 shipping, although they just had a $4.99 shipping, but I didn't order anything during that. This is a Tori Richard jersey knit, Fandango pink, rayon lycra slugged. So this, I've got enough to make a nightgown and a ball gown and a pair of pants. Her fabrics are so wide, but I like this pretty pink. I'm going to save the tag, and this is going in the wash. Fabricmartfabrics.com. If you will go there and give them your email, you will get an email from them every single day telling you what's on sale that day. And so then you're going to be in lots and lots of trouble because you're going to be constantly ordering fabric you don't need and you don't have any place to put it. But I'm just telling you. And 5 minutes after I pay and I close my laptop, I totally forget what I ordered. So this is all new to me. Let me get the sign off of it. They always come with a sign. Here's the sign for this one. I think this is zebras or something. I thought it was super cute. I need some new tops so much because I need to allow for this new midriff of mine. This is navy eggshell, modal, I don't even know what modal is. Lycra, camouflage, zebra print, jersey knit, Tory Richard. I noticed they just had Tory Richard on sale. I think it was like 65% off designer fabrics and $4.99 shipping. So how crazy is this one? This looks like a Viv fabric. It's a one-way fabric, I think. So all the zebras go one way. See, aren't these wide? They are just so wide, which is wonderful. So this is a one-way crazy zebra print. Oh, I'd like to make Jerry something out of that, but he wouldn't. He's too serious. He's too sophisticated. He would never wear anything fun like this. But that's very nice too. And you know what? I'm going to turn the heat off. You have to have the heat on at night and the air conditioning on in the daytime. And it's time for air conditioning. It's going to be 70 today. Hold on. Whew. You can probably hear the air running now, but I have to have it. All right, here's another one. I don't even remember how many I ordered. This says black, old gold, dark cerulean, white, polyester lycra, floral paisley print. D.O. 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 means. Let's see. What is this? This is a rather odd looking one for me. I don't usually buy small prints, but this is a small one. You know, I think I could almost just order 1 yard and make my tops. Some of these I ordered 3 yards. Oh, I know. I was making, remember the last outfit I made? It was the wide leg pants and the top to go with. That's what I ordered these for. So this is going to be wide leg pants and a top to go with, and so it looks kind of like a jumpsuit. Y'all really liked it. So this will be a jumpsuit that's not a jumpsuit. See? I don't do jumpsuits. I don't like having to remove my entire outfit in a public bathroom, and then you just about have to let the whole thing fall to the floor and completely redress yourself, and your husband's not there to help zip you up in the back or whatever. Now this is a totally different feel. This one's not near as wide, and it's like silky. I don't know if I even like this one. Where's your sign? You have to have a sign. Soft black, banana, misty rose pink, and scarlet. 100% cotton, floral print, S. The S and the D.O. evidently go together. Oh, this is gorgeous. Y'all know why I had to order this. I probably already have it in my stash. But the thing about Fabric Mart Fabrics is their stuff is like designers, ends of designers bolts or something, and so they never have a huge amount of it. So if you don't buy it right away, it's not going to be there to buy. But this is beautiful. I probably bought this to do another wide leg pant because I've got 3 yards. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, gorgeous. Let me hold it close. Huh? Pretty or what? Oh, so pretty. And stretchy and very, very wide and stretchy. A little bit one way and a lot the other. And so that was, since this is the prettiest, I'll tell you the SKU. There's no banana in this. Did I get the sign off of it yet? I'll tell you the SKU on this one because it is so pretty you might want it. The SKU is BAB, like baby, BAB, 8267W. Black salmon, rose, dark cornflower blue, eggshell, polyester, lycra, painterly. Painterly. $3.99. $3.99. That one I paid $6, $3.99, $3.99, $5.95. All different prices. And I don't know if that, yeah, those would be the sale prices. Now this, I've looked at this for many times, and I never did order it. And I thought, I don't know if I like it or I hate it. And of course I don't have a mirror. But you can see, this is very feathery. I like that. Very stretchy. Oh, big, fabulous wide leg pants. Gorgeous. This is black French rose Caribbean green polyester lycra feather print ITY knit, $3.99 a yard. Now, that doesn't mean it's always $3.99 a yard, but their knits go on sale all the time. So just watch, and if it says knits are 65% off, that's the day. Here's the last one. Ooh, I don't like this one either. This is ugly. This is black, scarlet, red, royal blue, multi 100% polyester stylized floral print CR. So now I have a CR, a DO, and an S. And I have no idea what those mean. This says $4.55. I don't know, maybe it's pretty made up, you know. I always like great big giant flowers. Oh, I kind of like it. Yeah, I think that'd be a cute something. Wide leg pants. I think I was into wide leg pants that day. That's it. It's all my new fabric, fabricmarkfabrics.com. Then you take the icky cardboard box and you throw it out for Jerry to burn in the burn pile. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces from Fabric Mart Fabrics, 2 pieces from Silhouette Patterns. So there's 2 sources for you to buy knit from, both very, very good. That's the end of my snippets for today. I got too much to do to show you anymore. I'll be back tomorrow. Good morning. It's Wednesday. Today, the bug people are coming for our quarterly Kill the Bug spray. And the lawn people come today to blow away all the leaves, and I hate when they do that, but Jerry seems to think it's important. I like the leaves. I love the leaves. I love the pictures of the little kids that go out and jump in the big pile of leaves. But they come and they blow all the leaves away. And I'm making something so cute. I can't wait to show you. No, I'm not Mrs. Jolly Green Giant. This is number 4 or 5, or I think it was number 2 actually, of the Sew Along for B6418. I'll never forget that number. Butterick 6418, where I put the blue in here, and then it had a short blue sleeve and a short blue sleeve. I decided I didn't like the short blue sleeves. Hold on. Sorry, I started coughing. I don't know where I left off. I had to run downstairs and get some cough syrup. I don't know why. You know, the thing about me and the coughing is supposedly because of acid reflux. So my doctor put me on Prilosec a couple years ago because I had a cough and I never could get rid of it. And finally, I mentioned to her that I had this stuff coming up in my throat at night, and she said, "What did you say?" And so she said, "Why didn't you tell me that?" I said, "Well, you never asked." So she put me on Prilosec, and it works great, great, great. But all of the YouTube doctors have videos on how the Prilosec's gonna cause all kinds of damage to your liver, your heart, your lungs, cause allergies, everything else in the world. So I've been watching all of these doctors and non-doctors talk about vinegar, apple cider vinegar with the mother, I don't know whose mother, and organic. So I tried it. I've tried it a couple times, and I just couldn't bear it. I just couldn't bear it. It's worse than drinking that lemon stuff I was making. It was so horrible. So I was watching Shelly, you know, my exercise lady Shelly, Fabulous 50s, and she had a version of it. So between Shelly's version and Dr. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and person number whatever that took it and cured him, I made up my own concoction. And my own concoction is quite easy to take. But the point is, I'm supposed to quit having acid reflux, which supposedly causes me to cough a lot. And so I took it this morning and I took it yesterday, so why am I still coughing? I guess you have to do it more than 2 days. Darn. Alright, so yes, my top, I don't remember how far I got. But I started out blue here and blue sleeves. I didn't like the blue sleeves and took them out. So then I decided to do Invent-A-Sleeve. So I made up a pattern and I copied it. I saw it somewhere. So I copied it and made a sleeve like I saw. So I like that very much. And this is that cotton knit I got from Girl Charlie. I wouldn't say it's the nicest knit on the planet. Some of it has some little flaws in it. Some of it has some tiny holes in it. I wouldn't say it's the nicest knit, but it's good enough for playtime. So I thought I'll put this on this morning because I forgot to show them this version of B6418. And I thought, I have some pants this color. So, yeah, I look like Mrs. Jolly Green Giant, or I could just blend into the Christmas tree if it wasn't for the blue. I'm working on several projects. I'm going to show you one odd duck project. I don't know if anybody in the whole world cares or would ever have the same problem. But Jerry and I have this real expensive electric bed. We bought it 6 years ago maybe, when we still lived in Edmond. It's a very expensive bed, and it has a solid king-size bottom, but it has two like single mattresses on the top because Jerry sleeps flat and I sleep with my head elevated. So the thing is, when you're in the bed watching TV and you elevate yourself way up and you elevate your feet up, the sheet always comes untucked and you can't keep the top sheet. Now the top sheet is a single, one great big sheet because it can cover up both of us. The bottom sheets are single. The single rubber band corners that you tuck in. So I put those elastic bands on those, they'll stay in fine. But the top sheet always came untucked at the foot of the bed. So I decided years ago to put these big pins. You know those quilting pins that are curved? I bought some big curved quilting pins. And so when I make the bed, I put those pins in it to hold it there. Well, I have a lady that comes and cleans for me once a month. Sometimes it's once every 2 months. But she'll change the bed, and she was putting the pins in the wrong place. And so this sheet, I'll show it to you and then say, Joey, that is a complete total rag. It looks like one, especially now. But I didn't care what color thread. I thought, I gotta go up there and fix that sheet. I have another set in there on the bed now, so don't worry, we're not sleeping with no sheets. But this had a zillion holes. So I came up here to do an experiment, really. And so I just used whatever color thread was on my machines. So I had blue thread on my sewing machine. So you can see all of that turquoise thread. That's all places where the pins tore my sheet. Do you see it? Can you see me now? Oh, there's one that I need to do better right there. Let me put a pin in that one. You can see things in the light. Let me put a great big pin there. Ouch! Not in your hand, ding-a-ling. I'm going to put two so I can find it. That one needs to be sewn over some more. So you can see, the brown ones were done years ago. Not very many. So now all of these blue things are where the pins tore when Jerry and I pulled the bed up and it pulled against the pins and tore. So I decided that I needed to lengthen the sheet. The sheet wasn't long enough to tuck it in very far. And I thought, well, if I could tuck the sheet in further, maybe it would stay and it wouldn't pull against the pins. I don't know, maybe I won't have to use the pins anymore. Because I like my sheets up high on our bed. I put my sheets up over my head like this when I sleep, all the way up. And I like to have sheets up here by my face. And it couldn't reach if you tucked it in very far. So I just cut this great big strip of muslin and sewed it together with orange thread and sewed it on to the bottom of the sheet. So now I'm going to go wash and dry this again because I'm dragging it all over the floor. But now, next time I change the sheets, or Doreen does, we'll have more to tuck it in and we'll see if that works better. And then on my new sheets that I haven't opened yet, and on the blue sheets that are on the bed, I'll add the same thing to them and see if that doesn't solve the problem. You know, I need to start a sheet company and invent sheets for electric beds that stay tucked in. You know how they need to do them. They need to do the top sheet with the elastic corners that would make it stay tucked in down there at the feet. But then I don't know how you'd have the part hanging down the side that you need to sleep with. I don't know. Very high-tech stuff here. So anyway, I did that. I got the bills paid this morning. I got some Christmas cards sent this morning. And my husband is still down there. And the parts that were supposed to be here yesterday, shock of all shocks, did not show up. But they're supposed to. They expect they probably might show up today. So we're waiting for the computer thing for the dash, and we're waiting for a new DEF tank. So Jerry might be able to come home by the end of this week. We shall see. Time will tell. You know, I'm kind of enjoying being by myself because I can stay up here late at night and just do whatever I want to do. So that's kind of nice. I was doing a project yesterday. I don't want to show it to you yet, though. I have this new plan. Since I can't send all of you a Christmas card, I thought I need to make a Christmas shirt. So every day, maybe up to 10 days maybe. I don't know how many I can do, but it's almost Christmas now, isn't it? I thought I need to make something that's kind of me with a Christmas card. Is that just totally nutty? Oh well, we'll see. I've got one almost done and I realized, guess what color it is? It's this color. I made it out of this same fabric. I made this, as you know, but I had enough fabric left to almost make a shirt, and I was short, so I had to invent a way to fix that, and I did, and I'm super excited with myself because it turned out really nice. So I'll show you all that, but I just wanted to show you the snippet. I've got my tree quilt up. Remember my tree quilt from last year? I love it, love it, love it. It's got snowflakes all over it. I'll be back for whatever next snippet, but let me show you the quilting on this quilt. I think you can see it pretty good, just like that. Isn't it swirly and snowflakey and windy, like windy snow? Oh, I just think it's so cute. Look there, now that's really up close. And I'm making another tree quilt now. So I'm going to have 2 tree quilts. It's Thursday. Update on the RV. The parts are supposed, one part came in late yesterday, I think. The other part's supposed to be here sometime Friday, which is tomorrow. It got stuck in Canada or something. So it's supposed to be here tomorrow, which is Friday. But you know, the crazy thing, isn't life just such a whirlwind? You know, I'd taken my sewing machine, my Virtuosa 155, down to Plano, to a store down there, to fix it. They supposedly fixed it. It took them a long time. I had to leave it there for a month or more. Went down, picked it up, brought it home. It was worse than it was before I took it to them. So I called, took it back again. You know, we're always going down to the RV place, and they're 25 miles from the RV place. So called them again. This is still broken. Took it back to them. It was a horrible time. This girl I call the mean girl grabbed my machine. The tech had called me and said, I am so sorry, bring it back and I will meet you here and I will fix it immediately. So I come in expecting for the tech to come and talk to me and me explain to him what's wrong. No, the girl just grabs my machine and hauls it out the door across the street. Hold on, I have an unknown caller. That's the only kind to call me. Okay, that was the start of my daily barrage of unknown callers, telemarketers, and spam. If a real person calls me, I'm like, oh, look, it's a real person. Yes, even if it's Jerry. I'm like, oh boy, I get to talk on the phone. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yes, the sewing machine fix-it store in Plano. So the girl just grabbed my machine, took it, and took it out of the building, and I started to follow her. She said, no, you can't come. I said, I'm supposed to meet the tech here. No, he's too busy. He has oil up to his elbows. He can't see you. And she just took my machine away. So I was very upset with how I was treated that day. I thought the very first time that I went there that they were quite unfriendly. There's a woman there that I have known, not personally, but about for years and years and years and years and years. And I expected her to just go, oh, you like the people at the Be So in Oklahoma City, the baby lock stores. I walk in like, join! The manager comes running up and hugs me. So I was expecting this lady to do it. Well, she didn't really know me from Adam, and I was just stupid to think she would. But anyway, that kind of hurt my feelings. And nobody waited on me. Nobody said, is there anything you would like to look at? Could I demo a machine to you? Are you interested in doing anything while you're like, nothing. No one talked to me. It was just a very, very unhappy day. Even my husband thought so. So, lo and behold, my machine was still broken after time number 2. Called again. Hello, it's me. I'm really upset. My machine is still broken. What should I do? And I got the nicest girl. Her name is Sierra. And she's as cute and darling as her name is. And she was very apologetic, set up an appointment for me, told me to come in November 29. They would look at it right away and they would give it to their head mechanic. I don't know if you call sewing machine people mechanics, but anyway, that's what I'm calling him. So I brought it in, Jerry and I went in, left it there. They didn't take it away from me. They were very polite. The Sierra girl was just darling to us. And she put the tags on it and said that it might be a couple days, but they would try to get to it right away. So I left it there. Well, went back to the RV with Jerry. It wasn't a couple hours. And she called me and said, your machine is fixed. She said the head mechanic fixed it. It was the timing. The timing. I think I may have told you all this, but that's not what the story I'm trying to tell you today. I'm trying to tell you a different story. That's the background. So I went in, met this darling, adorable Sierra. I just wanted to give her a hug and say, please be my daughter. Or no, I guess it would have to be my granddaughter. If I get any older, it's going to be my great-granddaughter. So anyhow, she was very sweet. I went in, picked up my machine. She was there again. She gave me my machine. Well then, a couple days later, another lady called me, and I don't know what her name was. It might have been Sierra, but I don't think it was. I think it was a different lady, but I didn't catch her name. And she said, have you sewn with your machine? Does it work? And I said, I can't. I didn't bring power cord for it because I knew you didn't need the power cord. She said, oh my goodness. She said, you've been through so much here. Just come in and we'll give you a power cord. Well, it was 25 miles away, and Jerry and I didn't have time to go back there, and I ended up coming home, so I didn't go get the power cord. But I'm not to the good part yet. Stay with me. So, brought the machine here, plugged it into the power cord here, sewed and sewed and sewed with it. I don't remember what I made now. But I sewed with it, and it has not had one single skipped stitch. It sews like it was brand spanking new. Wonderful. So excited. So yesterday, since I didn't go get the power cord, I wasn't able to sew with it and call them and say, yes, it's fixed. So I sewed with it on Monday. Monday, they're closed. Tuesday, I forgot. Yesterday was Wednesday. I remembered. I thought, oh, I'm supposed to call them and tell them if it works or not. So I called, and that darling Sierra answered the phone. So sweet. She calls me Miss Joy. Somebody else used to call me Miss Joy. I don't remember who it was, but I just love that. So I called her, and she said, oh my gosh, I just love talking to you, Miss Joy. She said, you're just the nicest person. And I said, would you do me a favor and tell everybody else that you know they're at the store? But I told her, I said, I have been wanting to try the new serger, the new Power Air serger. And I said, I was hoping somebody there would demo it to me, but I never did see anybody that was a salesperson there or anybody that wanted to show me anything. She said, they are having a serger class. She said, it's real soon. It's 2 days. You can pick Friday or you can pick Saturday. All day class, either Friday or Saturday. And it's on the Bernina serger. She said, would you like to come to it? I said, oh my gosh, I would love to come to that if I can. So this is Thursday, as you know. That class is not tomorrow, but it's a week from tomorrow. So now, the crazy thing is, I'm hoping that the RV is still down there so I can stay in the RV the night before, drive to the class, come back after the class, and stay in the RV. So isn't life just crazy? First of all, I'm like, when are they going to be done? When are they going to be done? And now I'm like, slow down, tell them you don't want them to take it yet. And the class is $200. She said, let me go see if there's room in the class or if it's full. She said, I'll call you back tomorrow or the next day. I need to talk to a certain lady. And it was a couple hours. And I don't even think it was a couple minutes. And she called me back and she said, you're in. They're putting you in the class. And I'm like, oh, which one are they putting me in? She said, which one do you want? I said, oh my goodness, I don't know. I need to figure it out. I said, okay. I said, so it's $200. She said, no, for you it's nothing. She said, we feel so bad for what you've gone through here. We just want to give you the class. So see, I told Jerry, I said, sometimes things happen for a good reason. See? So always give thanks. I think that's why the Bible says to in all things give thanks. And something that was supposed to be a bad thing for you turns out to be actually a good thing. I mean, people know me now. When I walk in there now, I'll guarantee you they know who I am. I walked in there the first time, they're like, who the heck are you? Why are you bringing your machine in here? So anyway, I just want to tell you, it really is a wonderful place. It's called the Stitch House in Plano, Texas. And I think their website is called Shop Stitch House. One word, Stitch House. So it's got 2 H's in the middle. Stitch House. Well, at least it is on the website. So I don't know if there's still room in that class, but you might call and find out. The one I want to go to is on the 16th. But I don't know if I can arrange it. You know, now that we've got the RV, I just despise staying in hotels. And, you know, Jerry, being down there for 3 weeks, I doubt Jerry's going to want to go find an RV park next to Stitch House and stay there. We actually could probably park in their parking lot overnight. I don't know. You know, do a, what do they call it when you don't have any hookups? And then we could go drain it at in Louisville if we wanted to. What do they call it? Not camping out, not roughing it. Not, there's a word for it, you tell me. But you can like park at a Cracker Barrel, or you can park at a Walmart, or you know, you can go someplace else and stay one night. So I don't know what we'll do, but I'm real excited about that class. And they give you, I said, now I don't have the serger. I said, so they're going to have to give me the serger. I want to see the new serger. I want to sew on it that has the air. And so she said, yes, we'll figure that out. It won't be a problem. And did you see I found a Christmas card? I thought, how can I give everybody a Christmas card? Here it is. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Yes! And I don't know any more words, and I'm sure you're glad. And my shirt. Somebody said, why don't you show us some Christmas projects? So this was my yesterday Christmas project. And it's the same pattern as I put the snowman on. It is my Fit Nice tee with a set-in sleeve and with a bust dart that was moved into the bottom, and then part of it was left over here to just gather. Well, you can see right off that there's not enough bust dart in this. See all this droopy right here on the sides? I'm pretty sure you can see it. I need a bigger bust dart. So I'm going to have to work on that a little bit more. But super fun. So what happened here was, you saw me the other day in my Jolly Green Giant outfit. Well, today I look like the Grinch that stole Christmas. But I thought I had enough of this left to make another top, right? But I didn't. I had enough if I cut the pattern apart so I could move part of the pattern to a different piece that had cuts all the way around it. So what I did was I drew a yoke up here. The yoke is exactly like the Christmas lights. That's what it's like. So I cut this paper. I cut it apart. I added seam allowances to this. I added seam allowances to this. And I cut it out. and I sewed it together. It turned out great. Then I thought, I had seen a scan and cut SVG file for Christmas things on Etsy. I thought, I wonder if they have a Christmas design I could put here on this yoke. And that way it would make the yoke go away and you wouldn't even know it was there. So I found lights. Well, I worked with it and worked with it and worked with it because the lights were not curved like this. The lights were just a little tiny curve, almost straight. So you can see how thin the line is. Some of them I had to cut in little 1-inch pieces. I had to make lots of clips and snips, and oh my goodness, it was quite frustrating because this skinny little light string didn't really want to attach very good. I wish I had made it thicker. But you know, I didn't want the light bulbs hanging down to my boobs, and you know, I got enough hanging going on as it is. But anyway, somebody said, show us Christmas projects, so here's number 1 that I made yesterday. You already saw the snowman, but I'll try to wear him soon because I don't think you've seen him on me yet. So this is today's snippet. The next thing I'm going to do is go sew all of this down with the invisible thread, and pretty soon I should be getting block number 3. You remember, this is block number 1, this is block number 2. This one's all sewn around, and it is so invisible, I can't even tell which one I sewed. I have to turn it around and look at the back of it, and then I can see, or hold it up to the light and I can see the needle holes. But I'm telling you, that invisible thread is really nice, and I think what I use is from Superior. I think they're called Superior threads. And their invisible thread is really good. Although I think most companies have improved their invisible threads these days. Well, I must be like Rudolph and dash away. I'll be back. Here I am on Friday. Oh my goodness, it's been the busiest day in the whole wide world. Terry's coming over, my friend, you know, my redhead friend. My mother always said that Terry was her favorite redhead. Terry was real sweet to my mother. So she's coming over to bring me some batting. She ordered some batting for me because it seems like every time I make something, I need a twin size batting. And I have baby size, crib size, king size, queen size. I have everything but twin. So I think I ordered 10 of them. So I came home. First, I had to go to the grocery store. Do you have time for me to tell you something? This video is probably going to be too long if I do. And yes, how do you like my nativity I made last year? I thought, where am I ever going to put this? So the rod is a hang it, dang it, and it's too long, but I still can open and close the door. So, Joseph and Mary and the 3 kings are, where's Joseph? Oh, here's Joseph. Mary, baby Jesus, the 3 kings, the 3 camels, and the angel. Isn't that pretty? I love blue, you know. So, I haven't driven in so long because since we sold our business and we're retired, Jerry always drives. And we always drive that Jeep. I mean, I hardly ever drive my car anymore. I have a 2014 Explorer, a red one. You know, he told me I couldn't have a red one. I had to have a white one. But thank goodness a red one like he wanted it was all there was, so I got to have the red one. Yeah, it's so funny that people think I'm in charge around here. It just cracks me up. But anyway, we always go in the Jeep or we go in Jerry's truck. So I haven't driven my car in forever. And if we do use my car, he drives it. So he's not here. And I had to have bread. I had no bread. And I decided to buy a bread machine, and I'm going to make bread again. I used to do that years ago, and I loved it. And my brother makes bread, and I figure if my brother can make bread, I can make bread. But it won't be here for a week or two. And I wanted to get the things. You have to have yeast and flour and stuff to make bread. And then I wanted to buy some bread, and then there was a few other things that I needed. So I kept telling myself, you need to go to the grocery store every day. I told myself Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And I kept talking myself out of it. I thought, what if I have a flat tire? What if? I have gotten so I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the world. Are you all like that now? I am afraid. I'm like, what if I go to Walmart and somebody decides to shoot 6 people? What if I'm out in the parking lot and some drive-by shooter decides to shoot me? What if I have a flat tire? What if? And it just makes me afraid. And I decided this morning, I thought, you know what? You've got to get over that, Joy. You know, there's a class next Friday in Plano, and it's an hour and a half from here. And I'm just thinking, how could I possibly go? How could I go? Jerry isn't here. He can't drive me. How could I possibly go to that class? So I gave myself a lecture this morning, and I told myself, God has not given you a spirit of fear. And you cannot let all of this horrible stuff going on in the world steal your joy and make you feel afraid. So I got in my car, and I swear, I couldn't remember how to start it. My car has this little round button, and you have to step on the brake and then push the button. You don't use a key or anything. And I sat there and I thought, well, how do you start this car? That's how long it's been. And then I thought, it's got all these computerized things on the dash. And I thought, I wonder how you tell if there's any gas in it. And so I had to start pushing some buttons and looking up, and I went, oh, it's that little gas tank thing with that gauge. Oh, okay, good, I found the gas. I made myself get in the car and drive. I even asked Terry if she wanted to go with me. And she said no, she had something else she had to do. So I just made myself. And I just tell you, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely. I felt like I had gotten a get out of jail free card. Not because Jerry's oppressive in any way. Oh, listen, no. Jerry is a saint with wings, and what he sees in me, I'll never know. But, thank God, love is blind, my friends. So no, it's not him. I mean, his thing is he's just trying to take care of me. And so, I felt so grown up and free and happy. And I even went to a store that I don't usually go to because he wasn't with me, and I didn't feel bad going there when he didn't need to. And I went to the post office all by myself. He always goes in the post office because I thought, you know, remember the time the guy went in the post office and killed all those people? And so, and then there was COVID, and then there was the lines at the post office, and everybody had to stand 6 feet apart, and but this is a different time. I hear COVID's being all talked about again in China and California and somewhere, and I'm just, please don't come to Oklahoma and Texas. I'm not wearing a mask. I mean, if I'm in a store or the dentist or the doctor and they make me wear a mask, I will. But other than that, I'm not wearing a mask, ever. Okay, dear ones, just wanted to tell you about that. And now I'm not afraid, unless the weather's bad. I have another thing with bad weather, because we were in bad weather in our boat one time, and a tornado came up out. It was a beautiful day just like this. We were with our kids. It was a weekday. We were on the lake. We had the whole lake to ourselves, and a tornado came up out of nowhere. Blew the roof off the Pizza Hut. Our boat, play like. Let me show you a play like. Let me see, I gotta find a boat. Hold on while I find a boat. Let me see, I need a boat. Okay, so play like this is the lake and this is the boat, okay? And so, our girls are little. Tammy's probably, I don't know, 12, and Jerry's 9 or something. And I'm trying to teach Jerry how to ski. Tammy already knows how to ski, I guess, and I'm trying to teach Jerry how to ski. So Tammy and Jerry are in the boat. Jerry and I are way back here in the water with a pair of skis. And I'm trying to get Jerry up on the skis. It may have been a little older. I don't know. I lose track of who was how old when. But the reason I'm going to tell you this, you'll see why I'm thinking she was young. So we're back here in the water on the lake. And I'm trying to get Jerry on the skis. I've got a life jacket on. She's got a life jacket on. I'm trying to get her up on the skis. And I look up here ahead, and we've got shore here and shore here. And we're just in the open part of the lake in between the shores. And so I notice up here ahead of us that a tree comes up off the land and blows across the lake in front of our boat. It's quite a ways in front of our boat, but I noticed this tree come up and blow across the water. And I thought, I must be seeing things. That's bizarre. Well, then it started coming closer and closer and closer to where we were in the water. And Jerry said, Joy, Jerry, get back in the boat, get back in the boat. So Jerry and I went up to the boat, pulled and pulled and pulled on the ski cord and got back up in the boat, got in the boat, and by that time the wind hit us. The wind that had blown the tree across the shore had reached us, and our boat stood up in the water like this. I am not kidding, maybe not totally that far, but like this. And the rain was hitting us like nails, was hard, hard hitting rain. And Jerry was terrified. Jerry was a super, super chicken. My daughter was totally, totally brave and thought she could conquer any giant, and Jerry was the complete opposite. So Jerry's screaming, I can't die, I can't die, my mother can't live, not me, I wasn't her mother, I'm her stepmom. My mother can't live without me, I can't die, I can't die. So I'm on the floor, I get down on the floor and I get on top of Jerry and I'm holding her and hugging her and telling her it's gonna be okay while the rain's hitting us. Tammy's standing straight up, Jerry's standing straight up driving the boat. Jerry somehow gets us over to the shore and parks the boat there. I get Jerry, she and I leave the boat, we go over into the middle of the island somewhere, and I get down on the ground with her and I hold her and I tell her she's going to be okay, she's going to be okay. Tammy stays with Jerry. The wind goes by, still pouring rain, but it's not the windy part, you know, it had gone by. And so Jerry's out there trying to get all the water out of the boat, and I'm telling Tammy, come up here, get up here, I want to get up here where you're safe. Come up here with Jerry and me, come up here where you're safe. I'm staying out here with Dad. So, her stepdad, Jerry. So she stayed with Jerry, they got all the water out of the boat. Later on that night we were in town and found out that the roof had blown off the Pizza Hut, and there was other damage in town too. That was in Sand Springs, Oklahoma, near Tulsa, on Lake Keystone. Crazy, crazy. How did I remember now why that came to my mind. For that reason, if there is a cloud in the sky and it's the least bit gray, I will not get on the lake in that boat. I'll tell Jerry, no, there's a cloud, it's going to rain. Joy, there's not going to rain, there's not going to be a tornado. No. I see gray clouds in the sky. Same way when I'm driving, I won't get in my car and go anywhere. So, another fear I need to conquer. My daughter did not get that. She's much, much more like her daddy Philip, unfortunately. Fortunately in some ways, but unfortunately insofar as our relationship. Okay, let's get over that subject and look. A box was here waiting for me. You know, I've been getting Christmas cards. I think I got 3 Christmas cards today, so I'm so excited I'm getting a Christmas card collection. And this box was there. And I thought, oh look, Missouri Star Quilt Company sent me a Christmas gift. Right. Oh, gorgeous. Look at this one. Maywood Studio. Are those the most gorgeous colors? Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Maywood Studio. What's this one? Java Batiks. Maywood Studio. Look at those blues. Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Ah, so pretty. Did I show you on the side of this one? The side. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I might be giving some of these away one of these days. And why did I order orange? I don't know why I ordered orange. Maybe next year's fall quilt. I figured I needed some orange, but oh, how pretty are these? Is this the same company? Maywood Studio, Java Batik. Oh my goodness, those are gorgeous. You know, they mark them down from 40-something to 20-something. So I figure if I give them all away someday, I had fun just showing them to you. This is Willow by Whistler Studios, and it's layer cake? Jelly roll, layer cake? Yeah, it's a layer cake. This one's called Quilter's Flower 4. Flower, because it's the color of flower. And there's a whole bunch of different prints, even though they're still all pale. Oh, this is going to be a beautiful quilt. You know, half square triangles, make 1,000,000 half square triangles and you can arrange it 1,000,000 different ways. So this doesn't go with that, but it'll go with something. Oh, I got a mini one. This was free. It's called Charm Squares Robert Kaufman, and it's just all pails. So, charm pack, and then they had these on sale for their daily deal one day. It doesn't tell you how many are in here, but I think there's 10, and they were an awesome price. These suckers are expensive, especially the Olfas. So I ordered that on whatever daily special. So that's all the time I have today. I have got to get my rear in gear, and I have so much more to do, and it's already 20 minutes after 2. So I'll see you in the next snippet. All right, here I am back in Snippetville. This is going to be the last snippet because this video is getting way too long, and I have the most exciting news. Like a teenager in love. But Jerry's going to be home in about 30 minutes, and I'm so excited. I keep running outside to see if he's there. I opened both garage doors really wide, and I just love to see his little red Jeep coming down the long dirt road, rocky road, whatever you call it. And I always run out. I've always run out to meet him. I used to do that when the kids were little. My daughter told me a couple years ago, she said, I remember you always meeting Dad. He'd walk in with his briefcase and you just go over there and jump in his arms. I'm still that way. Hey, I love the man, what can I say? So all of you, thank you for watching. I'll be back probably, I know for those of you who are bored of the RV information, the part got stuck in Canada. It was guaranteed to be here yesterday. Guaranteed. Jerry waited all day long. No word, no word, no word, no word. Finally, he went over there to the desk, 5 o'clock last night, and they said, sorry, it never came in. So, we're still waiting. So, he's going to come home for the weekend. Then we're both going to go back down there. Our RV is still there. He's just coming home in his Jeep. And we'll both go down there and wait. And that way, we'll both be there close to where my class is going to be at the Bernina store at the Stitch House on Friday. So if we have to boondock a couple nights somewhere, we can't find an RV park, if they throw us out of the one we're in, Jerry said, surely after all they put us through, they'll let us stay here. If they actually do get the part and fix our RV. I don't know. One day at a time. Isn't life like that all the time? All right, dear ones. I love you all. I hope you're getting ready for a Merry Christmas. And oh, I meant to say, for any of you ladies who have lost your husband, can I just say how very, very sorry I am. I think of Jerry's ex-wife who lost her husband 3 or 4 years ago. And I feel almost guilty for being married to her first husband. I even told Jerry, I said, you know, if you and Jeannie hadn't got divorced, you would be together now, you would be alive, and you could live together another 10, 20 years and have your real daughter and your real grandkids and your real family. Divorce is horrible and death is even worse. So if you've lost someone you love or you've lost your spouse and you're alone for the holidays, I just want you to know I love you, I care about you, and I pray that something good will happen in your life. You'll meet somebody, somebody will become a new very best friend, a new husband, a new partner. I don't know, one day at a time. I know when I went through my divorce, and I was divorced for 5 years, I didn't think I'd ever meet anybody, especially a Jerry Bernhardt. It was just horrible. I used to pray that I would die. I didn't want to live because my whole life's dream when I was a little girl was you grow up, you get married, and you have a whole bunch of kids, and you live happily ever after. And it had not worked out that way for me. But I know in a lot of cases it does. And in a lot of cases, like now, husbands and wives truly are one. And for one to be taken away, it's just got to be the hardest thing in the world. And the reason it's on my mind is I listened to this 88-year-old lady last night. And Jerry isn't here, so I watch different things when Jerry's not around. And it was one of those shows where people get on the stage and they make lectures. And this lady was 88 years old. And she and her husband were both college professors. And she said they were symbiotic. I don't even know what that means. But they loved each other very, 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 very much. And he died 5 years ago. And she wrote all these poems about it. And she talked about it and how hard it was and all the stages you go through. And it was just shocking, shocking. It was called, I think I already told you this, it was called How to Live Without Someone You Cannot Live Without. So just know, I care. I am so very, very thankful every second, every minute, every breath I take. I am so thankful for my husband and for my marriage. So, God bless you all. I'll be back with some more snippets between now and Christmas, but I've got to shut this down for now. I'll see you soon.